What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Soul Food Sundays. My name is 𝘬𝘩𝘢 and I thank you for joining me. Hope you guys have had a dope week. I am actually pre-recording this reading as I have been doing for the past few Soul Food Sundays because I don't want to count on it uploading Sunday in a timely fashion, and Saturday I have huge plans, so we're gonna go ahead and get the message out for you guys for the week. On Saturday, I hope that you guys will be joining me for this month's episode of Co-Creating, and we'll have a special guest, Miss Autumn, the enlightened daughter, my sis. We'll be talking about numerology live on Instagram. If you have not checked her out or are unfamiliar with who she is, check her out on her YouTube channel. She's a reader also, and she does some other spirituality and light work centered around sexuality and tantra and those type of things. So check out my good sis. She's extremely dope. And I also will be doing a podcast with my sis. And so I'll be busy on Saturday. So I figured, hey, let me go ahead and record Soul Food Sundays for my people. And that is what we are going to do this week. We're going to pull a message from the Lightworker Oracle, and then we are going to pull a message from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards. So I'm going to shuffle and then just pull one of each card, because both of these have extensive commentary in the books, and I want to make sure to read both of them without taking up a whole hour. So I'm going to pull the message a little bit different this week, opposed to shuffling and seeing what comes out. I'm going to shuffle them, and then I'm going to pull one card from the deck. So before I bring forth a message, I like to pray. And so we're going to pray, and then we're going to see what message comes forth. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors and spirit guides, we come to you today filled with gratitude for your love and your light. We thank you for your provision, God, and your protection. We thank you for directing us through your messages, through your messengers, dear God. And we just ask that in this moment you bring forth the best message for the highest good of the collective at this time. We ask not only that you bring forth the best message for our highest good, but that you also give us the strength to abide by whatever directive it is that you are giving us at this time, so that we may show up in your kingdom as representatives of your love. Amen. So let's see. First, we're going to get a message from the Lightworker Oracle, because light work is a direct reflection of our relationship with the Creator. And the more you develop that relationship, the more you actually want to do and understand and talk about your light work. And so with that understanding, I think it's important that we get a message from the Lightworker Oracle, because we're in this universal 6th year, and 6s are all about home, family, relationship. And one of the things that is going to stand out and come up for us in this year is our relationship with God. So let's see. Not only our relationship with God, but our relationship with one another as a collective. We want to make sure that we have all the knowledge and wisdom and all of the resources. Look at that. One card came out. I ain't even have to pull. Come on, Spirit. Y'all better show out today. Number 23. Breaking down to a number 5. And that's speaking to us about change. maybe even some conflict, because we are experiencing as a collective initiation by water. So that's all about our emotion. We're definitely going to be having some emotional upheaval this year. As within, so without. So as the waters within us are moving, being purified, raising, we may very well see some increased flooding, increased rain in this season or in this year. It's important that we cultivate our relationship with water. One thing that has been very instrumental for me during my spiritual journey, we're always on a spiritual journey, let me clarify that, but I haven't always been aware that I'm on a spiritual journey. So since I've been aware of my spiritual journey, water has been so fundamental for me. Taking spiritually cleansing baths with herbs and flowers and oils, essential oils, Epsom salt, sea salts, pink Himalayan salt, like that has been so detrimental to my growth, my healing. I do bath meditations where I turn on a guided meditation while I'm in the bath, or I may just come up with something on my own, whatever my spirit is leading me to. But my relationship with water, even the quality of water that I drink, the frequency by which I go to the beach has increased. Like, it's so important that I be near water. It gotta be a lake, a pond, it don't matter. In order to stay connected with my emotional health, I am needing to be in some way in connection with the water. And so that is part of what initiation by water is speaking to. But we're going through some ascension. We're being elevated. And each time that you elevate, you're being initiated by some element or some collection of elements. Because it may not always be water. It may be water and fire. It may be just fire. It may be initiation by air. But whatever it is, as we go through this change, as this number 23 breaking down to a 5 is telling us, water is important to us. So we're going to read the message that coincides with initiation by water to see specifically what it is that we are being called to do. So it says, your spiritual path this lifetime involves you becoming a clear channel for spirit. You are meant to communicate with higher guidance from the loving spiritual world. Your initiation by water will further open your receiving channels, dislodge lower vibrational material, and sensitize you to the subtle realms of light. You are being opened to a world of which you may only have dreamed. Such is its beauty, grace, and love. Situations have been arising in your world that evoke emotional reactions and challenge your opinions and beliefs. You may not feel in control. You may feel like your world, your own emotions, have become like a stormy sea in which you are tossed about, and you are doing your best not to drown in the chaos. Yet you are not to fear it. It is stirring that which has been held within so it can be released. The storm will pass, and the waters of your emotions shall become more serene. As we move further into this year, do not be alarmed by the emotional release that is going to take place within you. You may cry more. You may find yourself being more passionate about things, more expressive about things. There may be some things hidden, dormant within you from your childhood or another lifetime that has affected how you show up in the world emotionally. Those things are going to rear their heads in this 6th year. You could compare the process to a glass of water with muddy sediment at the bottom. The water appears clear as the mud is left to lie. Yet, once that water gets stirred up and the mud rises, then it can be filtered out and the water will be clearer than ever before. The turbulence was a step that led to greater clarity. Know that whatever you're experiencing, it's all working together for your good. It's all working together to bring you clarity about what it is that about how you've been showing up in your relationships, how you've been showing up in your relationship with yourself, how you've been showing up in your relationship with God, how you've been showing up in your relationships with other people, be it the opposite sex or the same sex, how you show up in your relationship with your family. Those type of things are going to come up to be examined, and not only examined, but so that you can learn to not just cope, but to heal. That is one thing that I have learned is so prevalent in our society, that people are doing a lot of what they do and how they do it because they are coping mechanisms. But we don't want to just cope. It's time out for coping. Coping got us where we are now, in a state of complete dysfunction. You want to heal. That is the only way we're going to raise not only our vibration, but the vibration of humanity, is that we heal things and stop slapping a band-aid on it and coping with it. Stop drinking and smoking and emotionally eating and killing and stealing and cheating and all the things we do that are coping mechanisms for the hurt that we've experienced somewhere along the line that we have yet to heal. And it's nothing to feel bad about if you are able to identify with primarily coping and not healing, because hell, who taught us? And that's what I'm here for. That is what this journey is here for. That is what light workers are here for, so that we can provide the tools, the wisdom, the knowledge, so that humanity can stop coping and start healing. The waters in the glass are comparable to your emotional waters, and the fixed options, beliefs, or long-held emotional patterns based on unresolved past pain are the sediment at the bottom of the glass. Hold the glass up to the light. Can the light shine through the sediment? No, but it can be seen through the clear water. Remove the sediment and the water will be clear enough to allow light to shine through without obstruction or distortion. The light is the light of spirit, of higher truths, unconditional love, of peace, wisdom, and joy. You know that you're meant to be a channel for the truths of the spirit. As an advanced soul, you're capable of successfully enduring the process of filtering out whatever would obstruct the clear flow of higher consciousness through your being. Perhaps tired of emotional swings, you've suppressed your emotions and believe you feel nothing. Yet you are acting out unwanted behaviors or suffering from apparently random physical accidents or maladies, which is your subconscious way of expressing your hidden feelings. If this is the case, you're encouraged to be kind to yourself, to give yourself time to reflect upon your true feelings. Releasing emotional blockages doesn't have to be a drawn-out process. It's often the release and fear of the feelings within that is more difficult than expressing the actual feeling underneath that resistance, and finally letting it go. Whatever pain you're feeling right now is a sign of emotional healing and recovery. You are encouraged to accept and process your feelings, especially those that do not make much sense to you. Your emotional truths will make more sense as you heal. If you can get help from a healer, therapist, counselor, or mentor, they will support you and help you resolve your part of the process more swiftly. Know that even though it challenges you at times, this is a good thing that is taking place, necessary for you to more fully receive the divine connection for which you yearn. There's an invocation here, and I'm going to put it in the description box below so that you all have it at your disposal to use as you are going through this initiation by water. But it says, I choose to lovingly, gratefully, and kindly let go of that which I no longer need to hold on to emotionally. Forgiveness is easy for me. I forgive myself and all others for our human mistakes. I choose to honor a mistake as a chance to learn and an opportunity from the divine to grow more loving. I ask for protection, assistance, merciful grace, and tender compassion to bless me through this initiation so that I may thrive in joy. May all those who are divinely destined to become clear channels for spiritual love be supported by unconditionally loving beings that can assist them to successfully move through initiation and shine the light of spirit through their hearts for the benefit of all beings. So be it. I hope that that invocation is helpful to you all. I know that for many of us, relationships they don't come easy. But it's meant to be that way, because the reason they don't come easy is because they came to teach you. And the more you learn from them, the better quality relationships you have. And so I hope that you guys take this work seriously. I hope you take your initiation by water seriously. It is absolutely imperative to your spiritual health, which in turn benefits the entirety of your health. It's a holistic process. And one thing that I've been studying that a lot of people are not in tune with and aware of is that the body keeps the score. Those emotional wounds that we have turn into physical wounds within us. I was researching something at some point and saw where a researcher had found that or several researchers have found that the reason why prostate cancer is so prominent in men, especially black men, is because the way society is set up and because of institutional racism and the history of slavery and how it has affected black men. A lot of black men have not been able to feel safe and secure. They have not been able to live out their dreams, and the prostate is equivalent to the womb in a woman. So when a woman is unable to live out her dreams, the emotions that come along with that, the disappointment, the sadness, the hurt, that can turn into, if unhealed emotionally, ovarian cancer. It's the same thing for men with prostate cancer, especially black men. And that's such a personal thing for me because in my ancestral research, I found that my great-great-grandfather passed away from prostate cancer. In that same research, I found an article that listed him as a helper. So that means he did odds and ends jobs around somebody's house or somebody's business. I'm pretty sure that was not his dream. As a man, I'm pretty sure he had bigger dreams for himself. And that is the story for a lot of black men. That is the story for a lot of people in general because of how things are set up systematically. So I hope that you all take your emotional health seriously, especially those of us aspiring to be in relationship with one another. And we were not created to live this life alone. We were created to co-create. We were meant to do this thing together and build community. That's what New Earth is all about, because old Earth promoted solitude in a way that is detrimental to our health, that is detrimental to society. Everybody's out for themselves, and that is not how things are meant to be. Y'all excuse me, I got a delicious big mason jar full of roasted dandelion tea mixed with agave and coconut chocolate flavored collagen. And when I tell you it is fire, it is fire. So I am going to see what cards are on the top and bottom of the Lightworker Oracle deck, and then we're going to move on to get a message from our ancestors from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards. So the message from the top of the deck is 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony, represented by the number 44. Make sure that you are developing and participating in some sort of ritual, maintaining some kind of order or ceremony in your life as it relates to initiation by water. So if that's taking a cleanse and bath at the end of the night to cleanse your energy after you've gone out in the world and absorbed the energy of others, if you're just doing a cleanse, if you're a shower person, take you a cleanse and bath on Sundays. Make a ritual and routine of it, some sort of ceremony, even if it's just having you a nice quality glass of H2O while you journal about your emotions. Make some sort of routine out of tending to your emotional health and incorporate water. And whatever you do, make sure you do it consistently. At the bottom of the deck is orbs of light, represented by the number 40. Now, 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony is represented by the number 44, which breaks down to an 8, and that's abundance. The more you do that routine, that ritual, that ceremony, you're going to feel in alignment and abundant. You're going to build a stable foundation by which you can heal those things in you that are emotionally inept or need to be healed. And for many of you, at the bottom of the deck, we have orbs of light represented by the number 40, breaking down to a 4. You're going to start to see and be more sensitive to orbs of light. Those orbs of light are there to as a sign, as a synchronicity, especially depending upon the color, because the colors have meaning, and whatever color orb of light that you're seeing, it's telling you something about your experience. It's telling you that your ancestors and angels are around you and protecting you as you go through this process, and that you have ascended to the gift of being able to see orbs of light and people's auras. I had an aura picture report taken when I did an event at my homegirl store, and this beautiful couple have a business where they do aura reports, and I did one, and mine was completely purple and violet, which meant that I am extremely tapped into my high priestess energy, tapped into my my third eye and my crown chakra, and that I am extremely tapped into the messages from my spirit guides and ancestors, and from the spirit realm, and from the cosmos. Like, a lot of people, well, some people had balanced auras, like the different colors of the chakras were being represented, but mine were straight violet and purple. So we're going to clarify this reading with the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards. Bam. One card again. Answer the call. Answer the call to do this work on yourself so you can do this work with other people. And in this card, you have two people, a man and a woman. You have a feminine and a masculine energy here. So for some of us, it's representing being in union, making sure that we are emotionally in a space where we can bring emotional health to the table in union with someone, and not stress them out because we are empty or unhealed emotionally. Now, I am not an advocate of trying to search for perfection, trying to be perfect before you get in a relationship with someone, because you'll never reach that. There's no such thing. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself and continue to do your work. And when you get in a relationship with someone, don't be so codependent on that individual that you don't do your work on yourself, that you don't do the work, the therapy, the shadow work, to continue to work on yourself and increase the quality of that relationship. And you don't just depend on them to make you happy, but you do the work to find your own joy. I am all for two people who know they need work getting in a relationship, as long as they stay committed to doing that work, to supporting one another and not making one another a crutch. But answer the call, because you're either needing to do this work to integrate your own masculine and feminine energy, or you're needing to do this work so that you're able to show up in a relationship in a healthier way. But it says explore, travel, and live. So let's see what the book has to say about this message. And again, water. These are two people in a boat sailing, looking like they're far from the shore and in the middle of the water. They are engulfed in their emotion with one another, looking ahead toward the future. The man has his head on his hand on his sword by his side. Swords representing thought. He's ready to pull out his logical ability to see them forward should he need to. But right now, they're enjoying being in this pool of emotion with one another, in the middle of the ocean, in the security of this boat. and they're looking forward. They're not looking backwards toward whatever happened before them. They're looking forward because they're ready to explore, travel, and live life. All of this stuff goes hand in hand. The work you do inside is going to benefit you and everything that you have going on outside of you. So let's see what Answer the Call is saying to us. It's time for you to wake up and live again. You're here on this earth for a reason. Don't waste your time. Embrace life and explore the world with every ounce of your soul. Take risks, think outside the box, journey to unknown places. Follow your instincts and live your life to the fullest. The universe chose you to be here for a specific reason. It's up to you to discover that reason and go after it. Answer your call. If you're tired and fed up with life, focus on the courageous energy of the Vikings. Call upon your spirit guides to give you the positive energy to enjoy your life. You may also like to challenge yourself with some activities or experiences that make you feel alive and give you a boost of adrenaline. Take risks and enjoy. Y'all, that is beautiful. And I'm going to see what's on the top and the bottom of the deck. When I tell y'all I can't wait to do some more traveling, like I have put a halt on traveling. I went to Birmingham, but to me that don't count. I'm trying to get to the beach. I need to be somewhere where it's some palm trees and feel some sand between my toes. Like, I miss it. I'm on this fast. Today is the last day of my 7-day fast. I miss traveling like I miss eating right now. And something has got to give. Like COVID and all. I need to get to the beach. And I am going to figure that thing out really, really soon. Because if you know me, you know how detrimental it is for me to get to the beach like every 3 to 4 months, and maybe even sooner than that. At the top of the deck, we have laugh and have fun, which is reiterating the message we had from 1 or 2 weeks ago about being playful, smile, positive energy, joyfulness. Here you have some Buddhist monks. They're standing around laughing and having fun, enjoying camaraderie with one another, not taking life too seriously, because guess what? That is an emotion that we absolutely need. We need that kind of energy in order to survive, in order to be healthy. And at the bottom of the deck, psychic strength, shield, talismans, gold light. Again, clarifying this message here with orbs of light, because as you do this work to take care of your emotional health and do it on a consistent basis ritually, you're going to heighten your psychic strength, and you're going to start to really see and identify with orbs of light, gold light. You're going to want to work with talismans, which are like crystals and jewelry and adornments. Check me out at www.turquoisemajesty.com for your adornments. I do have some crystal necklaces there. I'm hoping to be able to offer actual crystal pieces for you all to work with soon. But you definitely want to do this work emotionally, because it's going to increase your psychic abilities. Yeah, y'all, that's the message. Make sure you're working on your emotional stability, that you're taking care of your emotional needs, that you're having those emotional conversations and emotional connections, that you are being a good steward of your spiritual and emotional hygiene, and not surrounding yourself with people who are to the detriment of your emotional and spiritual health, so that you can increase your psychic gifts, so that you can show up in this world as a light worker, ready to do the work that you were born to do. So I hope this message found you all well. And if it didn't find you well, honey, I hope it leaves you well. Don't forget to check out the live that me and my sis, at this point, we would have already done it by the time you see this video, but there should be a replay on Instagram and I'm gonna try to screen record it so that I can share it with you guys on YouTube. And even if you miss it, check my girl out on her channel at The Enlightened Daughter. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, check me out at www.turquoisemajesty.com. I'm actually going to be doing a special for the rest of the month, 22% off on all readings. It's a great way to get the year started, to get a big picture view of how some of the themes that'll come about in your year specifically. So yeah, you'll want to take advantage of that because it's going to be for the rest of the month of January. And with all of that being said, I love y'all. Peace.